Good evening, everyone. And Dr. Vera says, wait, it's not a good evening to everyone. We are from different places here, and everyone has their own time zones. For example, our partners in Japan, they have 1 a.m. at their places. They place it's late night. Vera says that at her place it's evening, and our partners in the United States it's early morning for them, and this is a unique feature of our platform. So, okay, and Dr. Vera says that she thanks everyone for being here, and we are gathering here to share our experience and our opinions on the topic. Dr. Vera says that today we have a great topic for us. This is anti-age therapy and anti-age correction by means of extra high frequency add-on device, which is called Metatron Z-100. And Dr. Vera says that according to her, this device doesn't get much deserved appreciation from users in the world, and she believes that this meeting will help to change the situation. Dr. Vera says that she really happy to see that tonight we have people, users of this Metatron Z100 device, and she hopes that they will share their vast experience of their work. For example, Monsieur Blaise, who will present his main report on that topic about his very vast 3 years experience. Dr. Vera says that she will begin tonight's meeting and she will briefly speak about the principles of work of this add-on device. But it will be a very brief presentation because she is more interested in practical application of this device, which is also interesting for every one of us. So Dr. Vera says that if you don't mind, she would like to begin her part, and it will be just a brief description, brief presentation of principles of operation of this extra high frequency add-on device to Metatron system. So Dr. Vera says that this add-on device is one of the main developments of Professor Nesterov, and it significantly extends the set of features of this device, and they began manufacturing of this add-on device 4 years ago, and now Dr. Vera will speak about its features. So Dr. Vera says that the geography of application of this add-on device is very vast, very extensive. And first of all, initially it was used in Japan by Mr. Yoshikawa and Dr. Vera herself, and they were quite impressed with the possibilities of this add-on device. So, and at this moment, the major market for this add-on device is Europe. And also we have information that some medical doctors from the United States, they're using this add-on device. Dr. Vera says that she believes that the geography of this device application will be extended after today's meeting, and it will be used even more because she will give you all the information about its features. So this add-on device consists of 2 components. The first, it's a control unit, and then the emitter of this Z142. Control unit, operating unit, it's a small light gray box which has all the slots that allows connecting it to the main unit, to the main device. The emitting device, the oscillator, it also consists of the main casing and the emitting head, and also straps that allows to fix it on the patient's body. here on these images, you see how it is fixed on a patient's body with a special brackets that allow it locating there at desired place. So on the left image, you see the early version of this device when we had to place it manually on the desired spot. And afterwards it was updated. And Верона, можно обратно, пожалуйста?
Обязательно, конечно, сейчас обратно верну. Да, о том, что вот здесь вот у нас уже
And
фиксация
yes. And on the two remaining images, you see how that it is with these bracers, it's automatically placed on the fixed point on the patient's body, which allows to direct this flow of influence to the exact location. You connect this add-on device to the main unit through slots, which are usually used for connection of resonance cap and magnetic inductors. To enable this Z-100 add-on device, you go to alternative diagnostics, and then you can select acupuncture points and switch on Z-100 therapy feature. Main technical parameters. First of all, it uses millimeter waves with the length wave of 7.1 millimeter, and the generator of this device, it's high frequency generator with a frequency of 42 gigahertz. This 7.1 millimeter wave, it's a carrier wave that allows to bring the effect under patient's skin on using this frequency of 42 gigahertz. It assumes the effect to reflex active points and acupuncture points. We are working with one specific acupuncture point. It is called Zusan Li, and in China it is called longevity point, and in Japan they refer to this point as the point against 100 illnesses. This acupuncture point is very widely used both in China and Japan. They use it in their practices, and we do the same. And Dr. Vera will explain why we have chosen this specific point. First of all, it's quite easy to locate this point on the human body because you will see all the guidelines in the user's manual, which is supplied together along with this Z-100 device. But it's quite easy to do when you place your fingers under your knee and at the level of your ring finger between joints. This point will be located. It is recommended to put the oscillator as close as possible to this point, but you don't have to make it touch the patient body. It's not necessary. Just a gap of few millimeters will be enough. And surely you have to use it on naked skin without pants or skirt. So why we are using this point? Well, first of all, it is located in the meridian of gastrointestinal tract. We know that about 75% of immune system is located in the intestine, and about 20 hormones also can be influenced from this area, which allows you to perform some hormone-related therapy. This point is also affects epiphysis, that is in charge for producing of melatonin. But the main concept for creation of this add-on device by Professor Nesterov was to extend the features and possibilities of Metatron device, Metatron system. So as you know, main unit the generator of the main unit allows you to work, allows you to bring effect to influence internal organs. Its operating frequency is 49 gigahertz. But the thing is that the microprocessor of this main unit, it operates at the level of low frequencies from 2 to 9 hertz, and it allows you to work with the cell itself. We know that the functions of this of Metatron unit allows you to work on the level of cells. It allows you to identify the level of functioning of a cell, to perform corrections on the level of cell. But the main limitation is that it cannot work on the intracellular level. To be more precise, it will not allow you to work with sufficient effect, let's say like that. In the intracellular space consists of cell membranes, and the own frequency of membranes is from 38 to 70 to 78 gigahertz. It's a high frequency. And this extra high frequency add-on device that works with a right hand torsion field that operates on frequency of at the level of 42 gigahertz, that allows you to work on the level of membranes, the level of intracellular space. It allows you to restore the cellular links that are usually broken as a result of various diseases, traumas, and so on. And the thing is that if you want your corrective measures to be as to have maximum efficiency, you have to use this device to get to this point. Dr. Vera says that she would like to discuss with the partners from Japan the possibility to produce, to manufacture Metatron device with already built-in this extra high frequency device. And this will allow to use the features of the entire system to the maximum. It will give you all features, the optimal set of features for your work.
Вы знаете, вот так выглядит, я хочу вам просто показать наш промышленный образец, он выглядит именно таким образом, то есть у нас основной блок, у нас вот...
So this is the appearance of the manufacturing sample of Metatron Z-100 add-on device. You see the main unit here, the Metatron Z-100 itself, oscillator, and packing suitcase for it. Dr. Ress says that, yes, it is clear that this device works on the level of membranes, but she will not go into the efficiency of this add-on device, because our lecturers will bring up this topic. And Dr. Vera says that she would like to add some words on how to use this device. Surely, this add-on device it helps you to strengthen the immunity system of a patient, to build some protection, to restore homeostasis to a functioning level. But when creating this system, Professor Nesterov, he recommended also to use this device and program for anti-aging procedures and therapies. It helps you. It can help you to engage processes of rejuvenation and also to stop aging. And Dr. Vera says that she hopes that we will hear experience of our users in this matter, who will share the lecture with us tonight. There are several ways to use this add-on device. Well, the first of all is when you work with Zusan Lee point when you strengthen the immunity system of a patient. And the second application is you can use it to stop aging of a patient. If we speak about the procedure of this add-on device application, well, first of all, if we are trying to stop aging of our patients and of people, in this case, Professor Nesterov in his recommendations said that you should use it once a month during the first part of month, during waxing crescent, when the moon rises, let's say like that. And if you're trying to work in treatment areas, if you want to improve strengthen immune system or restore homeostasis, in this case, you should use it once a week at the same period of time, waxing crescent, the first half of month. Dr. Vera says that, the development of this device wasn't completed. And Professor Nesterov, he wanted to make the generation frequency of this device to put it at the level of 100 gigahertz. And in this case, we would have been able to work towards a rejuvenation of human bodies. But Dr. Vera says that maybe in the future these features will be implemented during further development stages. Dr. Vera says thank you for your attention, and now she will pass the microphone to Mr. Blaze, who will speak about anti-aging procedures from his perspective. And if you have any questions, please wait a little bit, and we'll listen to them after we complete all the reports.
Hello, everybody. Thanks Dr. Nesterova and all the team for the invitation to the aging and the Metatron and then 100. I don't speak very much English, and my colleague and friends, the doctors Sylviane Bernasconi, helping me for speaking English, specialist for the anti-aging medicine. She works a very long time with me with Metatron at the Swiss clinic.
Is it Lemon Clinic?
Lemon Clinic, yeah.
Dr. says that she knows that this clinic, they have three units, three Z-100 units, and they are very active with these devices, and they give very active advertising for this method. And Dr. Vera says that she is really grateful to you for that.
I am radio-oncologist, currently retired. I study automolecular medicine more than 30 years ago when we began combined treatment radio-chemo and to prevent killing patients at the same time as their tumors. Unfortunately, the late side effects can kill the survivors, even this by very, very many years after. I heard about bioresonance by some of my patients and sent some of my patients to Blaise Manana. But I was so busy with my patient that it took me several months before going to see him. And when I went to see Blaise Manana, I was immediately
Rodrigo está escribiendo por ahí, si puede colocarlos.
I was immediately fascinated by all the possibility of this machine and decided to learn the methods. Quickly, I understood that computer technology was too complicated for my old age, 82, No, it was not attitude. We started a superb collaboration with Blaise. He was explaining the techniques of the machines, and I was the translation between technical and between medical aspects with all aspects and interpretation from medical point of view. And we applied bioresonance in the clinic, sometimes with very funny stories. In this clinic, we had patients of different countries, especially Chinese, Russian, and some patients were not very collaborative. And I used to take blood the first day for checkup and to make bioresonance. And it was very funny that before having the result of the blood checkup, the diagnosis was already given by the machine.
И потом, когда уже результаты из лаборатории приходили, было очевидно, что система уже заранее показала все те результаты, которые были даны в лаборатории.
For the anti-aging technique, the old technique, sometimes it's a little strange, the alchemist of the Middle Age, so the elixir of immortality. The Chinese Taoists have tried to find the elixir of long life inside same slave. The immortal emperor has a drink made out of gold. Some Roman order to prolong their life, drawing the blood of young gladiators that were killed in the battle. The harems with the young women to keep the sultan young. But it's a whole technique. Now it's very different. And it's anti-aging for this conference. It's not for the downloading the consciousness into the computer. It's not the subject of your conference. It's holistic bioresonance. Geriatric, it's a medicine of the elderly, while gerontology refers to the study of aging in all the dimensions, including social, economic, demographic, psychological, anthropological, cultural, medical, and other dimensions. Therefore, geriatric is one of the components of the gerontology.
Это медицина, область медицины, которая работает с возрастными пациентами. Геронтология – это вообще наука о старении во всех ее аспектах, во всех измерениях, включая социальные, экономические, демографические, психологические, антропологические, культурные, медицинские и другие аспекты. Поэтому гериатрия является частью общей науки геронтологии.
Anti-aging intervention, known as anti-aging medicine, are measures that aim to slow, stop, or reverse the phenomena associated with aging in order to lengthen the maximum human lifespan.
Чтобы продлить до максимума срок человеческой жизни.
And the role for the anti-aging, don't get sick, don't get old, and don't die. If while the three comes up, forget about the wealth ones and two, Katz and Goldman. It's very important medicine for the anti-aging.
In old China, the doctors were not paid if their patients got sick. Actually, no interest of more doctors and big pharma in prevention. Poor patients have not access to natural medicine, alimentary complements, vitamins, because they are not reimbursed by their insurance. And they have no information about phytotherapy, homeopathy, and all the natural solutions not expensive at all.
Самоизлечение. У них не было доступа к витаминам, к правильному питанию. У них не было доступа к правильной информации, которая помогла бы им в их процессе, например, например, информация о фитотерапии, о каких-то природных медикаментах?
Actually, in Switzerland, we have very old traditional medicines since Middle Age, and the traditional medicines are served in regions like Tibet, Nepal, Himalaya, and also Ayurvedic medicine in India, and Chinese medicine in China, but in Europe, it's really difficult to inform the patients that they could have something else as pharma.
The concept of anti-aging medicine is based on the idea of the reversibility of process, of resetting the human machine at the first scene of age-related failures. Anti-aging medicine is positioned as an individualized and futuristic medicine focused on the prevention, early detection, and the treatment, like the Metatron system of anti-aging pathology, like anthropic analysis, through the use of innovation technology. Yeah, the Metatron system is very wonderful, very fantastic for the prevention, for the detection and prevention in the pre-pathologic state. Super high longevity, correction for the effect biologic limit, and it's the first step, it's ralentissement, and the second step, it's reversing the biological aging. The three pillars, the anti-aging is just not, it's a synergy with movement, feeding, and the serenity, mental balancing. For the anti-aging, the lifestyle is very important. It's the first step.
Movement, physical activity, like walking in the nature, is suitable for all ages. Yoga, qigong, club gym, sport is practical and any age. Food, fresh, bio, seasonal, not chemical additive, not industrial food, respecting balance between proteins, fats, and low carbohydrates. Cool mind, stressless by meditation, cardiac coherence, and a lot of techniques.
Именно душевного равновесия, то есть много разных подходов и техник, которые позволяют достигнуть этого. Например, медитация различные.
Immune system, it's very important for the anti-aging cure, for the stimulation, a resilient immune system, in the case for the success in the fighting anti-aging. And don't forget, the metabolic acidity is very, very important too.
Good immunity means good thyroid function, good quantity of vitamins and hormones, good alimentations and supplementations. They should begin since 50 of age, at least later if they had a good habits of life. But don't forget that with age, all the systems are low and low and lower, and we have to give supplementation.
And don't forget the food advice on the Metatron.
Yes, we can.
Antioxidant, it's very important. It's the first, it's important for anti-aging. All the medicament adaptogen for very important, like ginseng, Eleutherococcus, rhodiola. It's important for the regulation, balancing for homeostasis. you have this medicament and the Metatron, an involution stimulus. It's a Germany homeopathic. It's very, very interesting. It's an organo preparation, organ good frequency.
In Germany, they practice natural medicine since a very long time. And before we used cells, vital cells, and now we use organotherapy that fortunately I learned also 20 years ago. So with Blaise, we have all these organs in organotherapy and we can give to our patient.
Yeah, and now with the Metatron, we have the best organo preparation for use because for European and Swiss new regulation, it's a not good quality for the organo preparation, but we are very lucky because you have very good organo preparation with Metatron.
Stem cells are produced in the bone marrow and they can be used for patients after lethal chemotherapy, and also they make culture of skin cells for the burned patients, and they can also be stimulated by the metatherapy and the Klamatz algae. All the lab, they pretend to have stem cells in the products. It's fake, completely fake.
И кроме того, по словам докладчицы, она говорит, что практически каждая лаборатория в мире заявляет о том, что она работает со стволовыми клетками, что они у нее есть в наличии. Но это далеко не всегда так. Дальше акупунктура.
Acupuncture, the 36 stomach, it's important for the anti-aging, but all the balancing for the meridian, it's important too.
Скажем так, выступает таким инструментом для придания равновесия организму. И еще несколько
Astragal, it's a Chinese plants, herbs. It's interesting too. Berberine, it's very, very interesting for the glycemia, but too for the anti-aging. And Metatron, a method of genome wave correction. All components of the living cell, include chromosome and DNA molecule, are targets for free radical. If we try to restore the integrity of the part of DNA, it will become possible not only to stop the aging process, but to reverse your biological clock. Based on this idea, we have developed a genome wave correction system. It's a IPP book.
Основываясь на этой идее была разработана система волновой коррекции генома, то есть система Metatron.
Information wave correction method and with the meta correction, the great challenge of the IPP was to influence the torsion file of the DNA helix. The Metatron had be perfected into an even more precise tool with similar to the laser, can influence the structure of DNA molecule with a diameter of less than 2 nanometers. This becomes possible thanks to the generator with a frequency of 40 gigahertz. In this way, we can eliminate the damage caused to the DNA by free radicals. That is, to stop the anti-aging process with Metatron, but since Unter Metatron and the new Metatron too, sir. IPP biologist Andre Schmidt tested simple biological model with a short lifespan. The lifespan of Drosophila vingelar fly increased by an average of the 5 times, and it was able to increase the lifespan of the nematode worms by 7 to 10 times. The following research has proven the effect of the modulated torsion file can increase it to the lifespan of the mice by 3 times. Yeah, it's very interesting. Yeah, and now that was 100 allows cell regeneration and facility healing. Pre-potentially the Metatron NLS session, I use Z-100 for 2 years, and I observe very often the best session, the best résultat. If si je commence
If you
avec les
begin your
actions,
sessions
si je fais les actions avant la séance de biorésonance. Plan to do it once a week, preferably in the morning. In the client cannot come every week. Choose to do at the rising moon. The interest to check the evolution of the client is preferability until recovery. Use the hand of the afternoon thought the spirit, stress, anxiety, insomnia. Je me suis rendu compte que si on l'utilisait le matin, c'était plus tonique, ça redonne de l'énergie. Mais l'après-midi, c'était très intéressant aussi pour calmer l'esprit et pour Tu peux traduire en anglais?
We noticed that in the morning it was more effective for giving energy, and in the late afternoon it's better for stress and it's calming.
J'ai eu des résultats intéressants l'après-midi sur des personnes, sur une personne avec des cauchemars aussi.
And he has a good experience with somebody that had cauchemar, comment est-ce qu'on dit,
nightmares.
With bad dreams, and making the session in late afternoon.
And not only for the anti-aging, I have good results with the Lyme disease, long COVID, and chronic fatigue. It's very interesting.
With the metatherapy, a lot with the Z-100, a lot of patients find a new use and can take sport again, and they feel like as when they were young and full of energy.
And that what is very interesting, like begin the session with the Metatron for the potentiality. For the potentiality, at I
with libido
better diagnosed too after the Z-100.
They had a better libido and more potential, and really experience of younger age.
The testimony from my patient from Geneva, the Z-100 is rejuvenating. I looked 10 years younger after the treatment, but more importantly, I feel energized and as if everything had fallen in place. I recommend the Z-100. The experience is invigorating.
And it's not only a personal sensation of the patient, but all the neighbors, the family is noticing that they really seem younger.
The aging process is the reason and the latent stage of the many diseases known as senile. It's a mistake to try to find a treatment method for each of these diseases. If the problem of aging is solved, there will be no need in the treatment of senile disease. Yeah, the telomere is important for the anti-aging tool with epitalon, ankle bone, cardius marianus. It's a herb for helping the telomerase. But epitalon, it's not. I think the epitalon it's good for the injection. It's not really interesting from
Only by
Yeah.
injection, by mouth is totally ineffective and also very, very expensive because 600 euros for 6 weeks therapy. And astragaloside are the nutriments to increase length of telomere, and the product derivated from astragal containing saponin and astragaloside exists in name of TA65, patented and approved. And there is a lot of substance increasing telomere, omega-3, vitamin D, resveratrol, coenzyme Q10, all the vitamin B, ginger, vitamin E, NRC, precursor of glutathione, natural hormones like estrogen, melatonin, growth hormone, but they must be natural hormones. And also with nutritherapy, we can maintain telomerase. For example, good proteins for breakfast and lunch.
And I buy the epitalon for injection, and and I use with test and reprint. It's interesting, but not for the take for the like the pill, but for numerization with the test and reprint. The mitochondria, it's important too, and with the metatherapy, it's a medium with the mitochondria, but now with peptide for vegetotest and reprint again, it's very, very, very interesting. I advise use a peptide with SEA for testing with vegetotest and the reprint after. It's just perfect. And for the anti-age, it's important too, the cleaning the body about the signal from bacteria, parasite, virus with the Metatron. It's important for the cleaning the body about the virus or bacteria frequencies signals. Like, and alimentation, it's very important for body balance.
If we will find now good apricot, we have to go to Tibet. In our country, they are full of pesticides.
Antioxidant stimulate the body defense, and avocado, vitamin B, C, and E. And don't forget the belief, the crayons. For if you thinking you are old, the body have a reaction.
Правильном ментальном настрое. То есть, если человек будет думать о болезнях, будет считать себя больным, он больным и будет.
And the much big genius and artist is work very, very hard, like Goethe, Albert Schweitzer, Sophax, Picasso. If you like, if you love your job, your activity, it's the best medicament for the anti-aging.
Лучшее лекарство, лучший метод против старения.
And Sylvian Bernasconi writes the art and give with me the training at 82 years. Thanks you very much for your attention.
So the career says that she would like to to extend her gratitude to Blaise and Dr. Sylvain for this report, and we all heard from you many aspects, many interesting aspects about anti-aging therapy, and it was very interesting. Thank you. And Dr. Rivera said the following. She addresses you, Mr. Blaze, and she says, one thing, according to her, you met personally approximately 15 years ago, maybe in Prague or some other place. And she says that you did not change at all, that you look even younger than that time. And she says that it's evidence that your methods, your approaches, anti-aging, they work really well.
Thanks.
So any questions? If someone wants to add something, we are ready to listen to you.
I want to ask, is Metatron Z-100 effective for degenerative disease? Because we find so many degenerative cases even at a young age in Indonesia.
Well, for example, Monsieur Blaise, whose report we listened to right now, he shared his 3 years of his experience, and he said that this extra high frequency add-on device is quite efficient in work with patients who are suffering from Lyme disease or who are suffering from long-term COVID complications. He said it in his report just right now. Dr. Rivera continues that, well, today in our plan, we should have also listened to experience of our United States users, Joseph Prelai and Dr. James. And yes, and they also worked with very severe degenerative states and diseases. And they had very convincing results in their work. But something, well, obviously, they are not here, and Dr. Rivera says that we'll listen to their experience later in the next session or at a later time, at a later date. But the thing is that our next lecture will be presented by Dr. Abdullah Al-Mandari. This session is planned for the June 10th. And he will present his results of his work with Metatron system, and he worked with very severe degenerative diseases and very severe conditions. And during next session, he will present his the results of his work. And Dr. Vera says when she was in Oman, in the Sultanate of Oman, she saw these cases with her own eyes, and she evidenced all these cases that corrective measures with Metatron system can do a really can give you really good results in even in very severe situations. Also, Dr. Nesterova says that this platform was well, specially created for sharing of experience, of presenting your own experience. And she also says that several other sessions are already scheduled, declared. And for example, in June 18, there will be a session with a lecture by Esfera Medica company. It's a company from Mexico, and they have more than 10 years of work experience in their clinics. And Dr. Rivera says it will be really interesting reports from them. And if you continue your cooperation with this platform, you will surely hear about all these cases. Very interesting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Abdullah, please, you have a word.
Dr. Blaze, I thoroughly enjoyed your presentation, and I use the Z-100 because Dr. Vera told me to do so, and I've learned to trust her. But I have not gone through the measurement of whether we patients with and without Z-100. So I cannot comment on that part, but all I can say is that I do use it, and the overall results of the Metatron with the Z100, I am, you know, I will be speaking about that soon, but really the results are amazing. I have one question, Dr. Blaise. Again, thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. You said once a week or at least once a month when you say once a week, are you in your clinic, are you sticking to the first 15 days of the lunar month, or you do once a week all the time anyway?
At the beginning, once a week, and after we can make a little bit less, for example, after 2 weeks and after 3 weeks and so on. Alors, if you respect the moon, you can make less session.
All right, we got it. Thank you.
Dr. Blaise, this is from Zhekang from Taiwan. We are very appreciate your presentation. But right now we have one more question. It's about our grandma. She always got the insomnia. Insomnia is mean the sleeping at the midnight all the time. Every Wednesday she will wake up. So that's why we want to ask, can we use the Z100, this device, to treat her, to let her to sleeping well? If we use in every day or every 2 days, it is possible to treat her or not. Because this grandma got the stroke after the treatment of the stroke. Right now it's in recovery state. So that is why we want to ask you, can we use this device to treat her or not? Depending on your experience, please help us to help solving this problem.
First of all, Dr. Vera says that she would like to make a remark. Well, first of all, Z100 add-on device has no contraindication for use, and it can be used as a separate approach for therapy, or in combination with various with other approaches, for example, chemotherapy, radiotherapy, and any kind of therapy will be more efficient if you use it in combination with Z100. So that was Dr. Vera's opinion, and now Mr. Blaise maybe share his experience and answer this question.
Yes, I agree with Vera. I think it's important for the Z100 with holistic treatment with the bioresonance, and the Z100 is very, very powerful, and it's not for use every day.
Yes, you don't have to do it every day. You must let the body have the time to respond to the treatment before 2 sessions. And Blaise is not sure that a lot of session is more efficacious than sessions regularly, but not very, very, very often. In allopathic medicine, Dr. Fall was saying that in allopathy we increase the doses, and with bioresonance we can decrease the doses for the same effects by habituation of the body to the treatment.
The good signal is important.
Dr. Vera adds her comments. Well, first of all, there are indications for use of the system. Well, first of all, this add-on device can improve micro circulation of blood. And it is well highly recommended in state of recovery from strokes or other conditions related to blood circulation. But another thing that this device also helps you to improve your sleep. It has sedative effect. And Dr. Vera recommends Julie to get this device and use it in combination with Metatron system, because it has many positive effects to a human body. And as she said in the beginning of the sessions, in the future, they will try to combine these devices into one in the same unit, because it extends features of the device greatly. And we heard about these possibilities today. Dr. Vera says that she would like to share her personal experience, that in her work she flies around the world a lot. She has very continuous flights and lots of work-related stresses. And earlier she worked with Mr. Yoshikawa, and they had a very serious work together. And this extra high frequency device helped them to deal with any amount of work. And it helped them to keep their biorhythms in normal state and to maintain healthy condition. And Yoshikawa-san can evidence the good effect of this device to a human body. So Dr. Vera says, well, then in this case, let's call it a day. Let's finish our tonight's session. And she says that the next session is planned for June 10. And Dr. Abdullah Al-Mandari will present his report. It will be a very interesting report on dealing with severe degenerative states with help of Metatron. And so for now, Dr. Vera says thank you, everyone, and well, let's have a good rest.
Всем спасибо.
Thank you, everyone.
Пока-пока.
And,
Thank you.
bye.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.